Alright, give it a go.
7 Luftfahrtenzug, Larmes Las, Iget, Verordnung.
Guys, welcome back to the Global Life. So today we're on our way back to Innsbruck, second time there. Pretty exciting. It's not VFR, and it's going to be interesting to see what is going to end up happening. So we have two approaches, basically either runway 08 or 26 available to us. Depending on the winds, we'll see where we end up going, and we might even end up circling. So 08 is a straight in, 26 is nicer approach, lower minimums, but depending on the winds, we might have to circle around for 08. So that'll be also an interesting approach. You'll see that's the second circling we've done in this year alone. I mean, I've almost never done circlings in this plane, and if we end up doing it today, that'll be the second one. So stay tuned, we'll see what happens.
Transition level, we don't know yet. How's that go? And what is the transition level today, sir?
It is not determined, which means for the time continue with flight level 150, and next clearance will be then altitude on local QNH, which is 1023.
So there's the approach for 08. So that's the RNAV, Yankee 08. And basically, we'll start here at Elnam and go down WI 810, WI 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 is at the top of the valley here. This is the valley there. But it's also a misapproach point. So if we're doing 08, we basically have to be able to see ground count, enough ground there that we can continue down visual into the valley. So the misapproach is pretty simple. Just go up the other side of the valley and shuttle climb up here. So that's one. Obviously the PAPI is not coincident with the VPA because when you end up down here, you can notice 3.77 degrees. Your PAPI will probably be 3 degrees, and in fact, we can check that. You notice at 08, the PAPI is actually 3.5 degrees. So, I mean, still nothing to sneeze at, because 3.5 still puts us right at a limit of landing without having to go into the supplemental for that, because anything between 3.5 and 4.5 on the global XRS is a supplement for that, which basically just says you have to land at a higher speed and flare higher, you know, just because your mass, you know, you're coming down that much faster, so you have all that mass to work with that you have to stop before hitting the ground too fast. Yeah. All right, the second approach that we have briefed today will be the RNP Echo runway 26. So it's an LPV, and that will take us basically down the valley from here, WI 610, down this valley here, which you can see it's much wider and longer than if we were coming for 08. So that allows them to give us much lower minimums here, 1406. The minimums for the RNAV 08 was closer to 5,000 feet AGL, so, or 5,200 almost. So yeah, the approach is pretty nice. However, the miss approach, look at this. If you go miss here and you're not quite at the runway, you see this, you're about 10 miles from the runway. That's the missed approach point. No, sorry. WI 614. Right there. WI 614. If you go miss a WI 614, you basically do this like nice little loop to do. Come back and go right back the way you came. So that would be in a kind of a tricky and very tight turn to make. And you can see here there's different minimums depending on your climb gradient that you expect to be able to make. So for us, it'll be pretty light. Global Express will like perform really well, and so we're expecting to be able to use the lower minimums there. Okay, so that's that. Now, if the winds, if the minimums, the weather is so low that we can't use 08, but the winds are prevailing for 08, once we come in final and visual here, we break off at this point there. We head for this mouth there in the valley kind of thing, visually now. Keep 3,700 feet now as minimums. 3,700 feet all the way there. And here, notice there's a little church, and there's a note here, visual cue, church Axam for start right base, okay? So at the church, where we start our right turn for the base, and final for a 08. And the missed approach for this is pretty easy, honestly, because then you're already pointing the right way. You just go up and follow the missed approach for 2-6. Let's go back to 08 here. Let's talk about configuring the airplane. Much like going into Aspen, if you have watched that video, we talked there about configuring early. Is super important because our descent profile here is fairly steep. 3.77 degrees. It's a little bit less than Aspen, but still, the airplane will want to be slow and configured. So LM, before we start the descent there, fully configured, gears down for flaps. So that going down the slope here, we're not rushing, we're not on spoilers if we can help it. Because the spoilers, for example, they don't like, autopilot doesn't like the spoilers on the way down on an approach. It'll fight it. So that's about it. Oh yeah, and notice the minimums here is 5,200 feet. So on this one, basically, all these notes here are saying that you have to have some visual contact with the ground, enough that you know that you can go down the valley. And you notice you won't see the runway until you turn the corner there. So that's another big, interesting point. So there's all that that we have to consider. So we talked about runway 08, runway 26, and runway 26 circling 08. Now let's talk. Let's take a moment and talk about nose abatement there. Alright, Innsbruck, nose abatement procedures. Here's what I wanted to look at. According to the Austrian ordinance, how do you say that word? How do you say that word?
Civil Luftfahrtensinn, Larmes Las, RNAV.
I'm gonna try. Zivilif Arzug Did you read the whole thing? Zivilif Arzug Larmzulis Sie Kids Varordung. I can't say it. Sean can though. Anybody knows what that means? Leave a comment below, please. I'll see you guys on the approach.
Flap 16. 16. Indicating all the taller stuff is on the walls of the valley. Yeah.
We built
You're down for a landing check. Let's hope it's a high check. Your next altitude. And go full flaps now. And then if you want to bug me, wrap that time. You betcha. And you want it on that now? Yeah. There you go.
Contact tower 120.1, go back.
20.1. Yes, sir. Innsbruck Tower, good day. It's RNAV Echo runway 26.
Hotel wind 4 knots runway 26.
Or not tailwind, you think you can handle
Take a 311, you may climb now again 6,900 feet.
Good, man.
6,900 feet, after get 311.
Oh, I see the airport, okay. Yeah, just around the corner. Oh yeah, I see it now. I got it. Nicely done, sir. That's gonna be a while now, this speed. That's alright. I liked your plan of attack. Sounds good. A bit more. Yep. Guess we got some wind coming down. You're on LPB now? Yeah. 39 mins are set. Looking good. There you go. Thank you. Don't think she cleared us to land, but I'll double check when we're close. Right. So you can get pretty low in here on an approach. On this side. On this side, yeah. Okay, pack signs are on, wing cowl, anti-ice is off. Light spoiler levers retracted, slap flaps 30 indicating. Gears down 3 green, confirm? Confirm. Stern lights are on, CAS is checked. Missed approach altitude's coming up.
Tailwind 3 knots runway 26, cleared to land.
Cleared to land 26 for checker marks. Missed approach is set. Check. 3 knot tailwind now. And VAC to go.
Roger. You can set VAC. Should be pretty
Minimums.
much that.
Minimums.
And visual continuing.
Understood.
Okay, Tower Christopher 1 service again.
Christopher 1, QNH 1023.
The connection 1023 on ground clinic Innsbruck request.
The church must be up on that hill up there, eh?
Oh,
Christoph 1, Roger. Take off to the south and after to
That's
the
why
helipad.
the circuit
Yeah,
altitude's
take off
so
to the
high
south
too.
and after the helipad, we have the traffic inside.
A beautiful town. Showing ever so slightly high.
correcting.
Traffic.
Disregard. Looking good.
$50, $30, $10.
Very nice. Spoilers extended.
Check. My brakes.
Yep. 2 deployed. Oh, dude.
Taxi Alpha to the follow me, goodbye.
Heard Alpha. Hey, come on now. That was just cocky, the whole thing.
No.
Well done.
It was fun.
Well done, sir.
For sure.
Like a boss.
Yeah.
The radar's off. Nut flaps are coming up. Sternal lights. Wing cowl anti-ice. APU's coming up. I think she just said taxi. That couldn't have been him. I don't know what that traffic was. That was bizarre.
The helicopter there?
Yeah, that guy was... He came in from over there. Unless there's another one over there somewhere.
Maybe.
Yeah, Christopher 1, short final. Request level frequency.
Christopher 1, 50.
Ciao, pretty. Christopher 1.
Or follow me.
Yep. Oh, that was awesome. What a beautiful approach.
Yeah, it was.
Got
It's
some good
lot,
pictures for
lot
you.
more enjoyable when the weather's nice. Yeah, see you later.
Delta Echo Foxtrot India, clear Silicon H1023, enter via VF Route Mike in 4,000 feet or below.
Hey guys, we made it, and we used 2.6, the easiest of all three options, which is fantastic. Now, I just had one question on the YouTube channel about hydration. If you guys haven't watched those videos, they're not the most like passionately interesting ones because I dive a lot into like the science of things, and they're basically a PowerPoint that I narrate. So you're warned. However, if you're interested in knowing more about being fit for duty, hydration, nutrition, fatigue, and all of that, I highly recommend that you watch them. There's a whole playlist of them, but you can find the first one there. And speaking of the one that I want to touch about to answer that question from one of the comments, like I said on that video, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. But hold on, let me look at it. Dave Peters, thank you for stopping by and leaving a comment. That's so much appreciated. So Dave, to answer your question, and for everybody else, we're talking about hydration. How much water should you drink to be hydrated, well hydrated in flight? And I don't count coffee as hydration. In fact, it dehydrates you. Tea, depending on the tea you drink, you know, lots of foods. I mean, all of us have gone through flights. All of us have gone through lots of flights without drinking much water, and we're like, yeah, and I'm still here, I'm still alive, so what do you want me to do? Like, what does it mean? Well, sure, you're still alive, but were you at the very top of your faculties? How was your brain? How's the rest of your body? How'd you sleep that night? There's lots and lots that goes into hydration, or that hydration does for you. So, how much should you drink? Should you drink 1 liter an hour? 1 liter every half hour? Half a liter an hour? Just so much. It's hard to be overhydrated, but it's easy to be dehydrated. Because when you drink too much, basically just go and you pee it all out, and I mean that's it. The rule of thumb for hydration, basically, if you can't remember anything else, guys, just remember that POPC, POPC, pee often, pee clear. Okay, my good friend Holly, thank you Holly, shout out to you. She taught me that one. She even put it in a book, The Pilot Factored, so you guys can remember it too, just like I did. Pop C, pee often, pee clear. If you get that going, even my 5-year-old, I think he's 7 years old now, even my 7-year-old boy knows that rule, okay? Pee often, pee clear. You're good, you're hydrated. If that's happening, you don't have to wonder about it. But if that's not happening, or if you're like, okay, well, I just want to know. All right. In the roughest, driest condition, or like in the most extreme athletes out there, like working out and sweating it all off, your body can at most absorb this much water. Actually, a little bit more. This is 330 milliliter. So half a liter at most every hour. Okay, more than that, no good to you. This is like the most rough condition or driest condition, or like the most intense workout you'll be doing. Okay, half a liter an hour, 500 milliliter an hour. So here I've got this beautiful 330 milliliter Evian bottle. Any other day this would be doing fine, like half of this every half hour, so one of these every hour, and you're hydrated. Now, the problem is, again, shout out to my good friend Holly for this gem of wisdom. If you show up dehydrated, like if you just drank coffee all morning, and then you show up at the plane, you're like, okay, now I want to get hydrated. Now I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna do it right. Too late, guys. You gotta start way before. You have to show up on duty already hydrated, okay? Because you can't play and catch up. Like I said, your body can only absorb like half a liter per hour. So if you're playing catch up, it's gonna take you a couple of hours to catch up. So show up hydrated. I mean, start drinking in the morning. Say, you know, I drink a glass of water first thing in the morning. It's the first thing I do before coffee. Be mindful of how much coffee you drink, and then throughout the day, just keep at it. You know, keep drinking as much as you can. Plan it if you need to. Like, make sure you got enough water. I know that by law, for example, the Transport Canada rules. It's funny because they go like they're somewhere in the fatigue rules, but your employer has to provide water for you to stay hydrated. So that is like, it's that important. Like, water and fatigue go hand in hand together, guys. Water and fatigue, it's in the cars, in the Canadian rules. So I mean, you can't be like any clearer than that. So your water has all sorts of effects on your body. How much water you have, how much water you drink, your electrolytes balance, your brain activity, and all that. And I mean, I'm not going to go into it right now. If you want to know more, go check out that video. Like I said, the link will be here and down there in the description too. So, half a liter of water at most per hour. That 330 milliliter bottle will do you just great. Start hydrated, stay hydrated, pee often, pee clear. What else do we have? That's about it, guys. It's super simple. I mean, come on. If my 7-year-old boy can do it, you can do it too, I know. Okay, so that's it. Hydration, that's about it, guys. If you want to know more, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to answer that. Guys, if you know what that crazy Austrian word is, if you know how to pronounce it, please let me know. Send me a video. I will I try to feature it here, or maybe, you know, on my Instagram at pilotjd, at pilot.jd. And then yeah, that's about it. Thanks for sticking around, guys. It was an awesome approach. And fun times. You can check out the other Innsbruck landing that we did on 08 last time, a couple years ago. That was fun too. Again, the link will be somewhere there, and you can check that video out. That was doing the RNAV 08, so now you'll get to see both. And I guess next time, hopefully there's never circling there. Never. No. But I'm still working on putting that video together, so yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm just rambling now. Sorry, guys. I just miss you. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you next time on the Global Live. Hey guys, thanks again for stopping by. This was an amazing adventure. Innsbruck is always a lot of fun. As you can tell, the video was taken in the spring, but it is now 1 week to Christmas. And so I want to thank you for taking the time to stop by, and I want to leave you with an encouragement, maybe for this holiday season, maybe for next year. I know a lot of us has gone through a lot. A lot of us have gone through a lot during COVID and even this year. And personally, a lot has changed since I filmed this video. In the spring, I was still at Chartwright, and I have now moved on. I have accepted the assistant chief pilot position at the biggest management company in Canada. And so to me, this was a huge move, and it will allow me to serve more pilots and other people with the skills and the knowledge that I have, but it means less videos. But we'll see. Who knows? Keep stopping by. And until then, what I want you to leave with is an encouragement. In this year, as you go forward, may you find more joy every day that you work. May the airplane that you fly do not represent who you are, but instead may you be defined by the way in which you serve and love those around you. And so, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and until next time, thanks for stopping by.